Mr. Baji, can you please check whether the register is calling the witness?
Good morning, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat. You may kindly take your seat, Mr. Witness, and welcome back. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you once again that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you. Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you.
Good morning, Doctor
Good morning, ma'am.
Keita.
Yes.
I hope you had your breakfast.
I'm not feeling good today, but I managed to come.
Sorry about that.
Yes. Sorry.
You're welcome once again.
Thank you.
Council, can we please proceed?
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Good morning to all the commissioners and secretary and everyone present. Dr. Keita, you're welcome once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
I believe yesterday we were discussing the structure within your department, the Department of Finance,
Yes.
correct? And you were explaining um, the structure that you have in these three units, the licensing unit, rates, and market.
Exactly.
You've discussed the market, I believe the rates as well. And during the discussion, you were explaining how you were receiving payments from the compound owners or property owners. Do you recall that?
Yes. How the supervisor.
Yes.
Yeah, we're receiving payments. Yes.
Yes. And you had said in evidence that the supervisors, after having the managers, I believe, printed out from the IFMI system,
Yeah.
the areas owed by these compound owners, then they will now sign it, give it to the supervisor. They will now go and get um, the these compound owners to make payment. Do you recall that?
Yes, exactly. Then they have the demand notes.
The demand notes.
Yes.
And we were trying to discuss that by point. So now I had asked you before we rose yesterday that given the situation you described yesterday, or you've narrated yesterday, you have told the commission that unless there are discrepancies, then you will address those discrepancies. And I had asked whether there was any situation since 2020, the time you have served, that you have come across any discrepancy in this regard.
Well, actually, as I mentioned before, I was concerned with the demand notes that were being distributed.
Yes.
Some of the collectors were not distributing enough of what they should have done. So I was concerned about that. And if the demand notes are not distributed, the people are not will not be able to pay their rates. So that was what I was concerned about, and I tried to correct the situation.
Do you think that system, instead of obtained at the time, was very effective regarding the managers printing, the market managers printing out demand notes, signing it themselves, and going to collect money from the compound owners without giving them receipt at that point in time, coming back to the cashier and having to go back again to issue out the receipt expectedly? Do you think that is a really effective system?
Well, yes. Currently, that's what we have. We're trying to improve on it. If we are able to get handheld devices, which can issue receipts on the spot. But currently, this is what we are. We are working on it to improve the process. But currently, this is what we are doing.
No, now I'm asking you, based on your expertise, I'm asking you whether you think that is really fraud proof. Do you think that that system really is the best system in collecting the revenue?
Actually, I wouldn't say it's the best system because it's kind of it's like back and forth.
Yes.
You go and they pay. You go to the cashier. The cashier gives you receipts, and you go back again. And we're trying to eliminate that. So I'm trying to work with the system. Receipt can be printed right away instead of coming back to the cashier at KMC. They can print the receipt from the handheld device and give it to the property
So
owner.
I asked that because, for instance, and does not declare that amount to the cashier, how would you know as director of finance?
Well, the cashier gives the receipt back to the supervisor. And
No, I'm saying the money was not even declared. The manager collects 10,000,
Hmm.
does not come to the cashier to declare. He did not come to the cashier to declare. So how would you know as director of finance?
You mean, as for me personally, I deal with the manager of the unit.
Yes.
Every Monday, he gives me a record of the total amount collected for.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, but with reference to knowing the exact amount, that one, the supervisors in our account manager one in finance,
Yes.
sorry, manager one in finance, manager one,
Right.
they take care of those things. They make sure uh, everything is reviewed, everything is reconciled before proceeding.
What is everything? What is the everything that is reconciled?
Well, the money received
Yes.
and the cash and the receipts that we are giving out.
Yes.
Yeah, the physical cash. At the end of the day, they try to reconcile the physical cash and the receipts that were given out.
And this is that were issued out.
Yes.
But this is the were issued out would have been signed by the manager,
Yes.
the market manager. But the
Yes.
market manager will only declare the receipts issued out against the cash that he or she wants to declare. So is there a system
Yeah.
wherein if there is fraud, for instance, it will be detected by you, the director of finance?
For me to
Detect.
Yes, well, as I said, I occasionally I go through everything with the unit manager, unless if there is something that I need to get involved in, if there is a big mess or whatever. But generally, my unit managers and supervisors take care of it.
Has there ever been a big mess in your wards? Has there ever been a situation where there's cash shortage, for instance?
Well, the cashiers, because I signed the finance manager
Yes.
to spot check
Yes.
or the cashiers at the end of every day. So if there is a shortage, he reports it back to me, and I call the cashier or write to them to explain what's the reason. If I'm not satisfied with the reason, and you'll be requested to pay the amount.
Okay. Have that ever happened?
Yes, it happened. Yeah, once.
Once?
Yeah. One of the cashiers, she was short. She said, "Is the system?" And I called the system administrator to check whether the system has any fault.
All right. We will need you to give us information when you testify subsequently regarding the cashier that you've had encounter with that was that has shortages.
Yes.
And then how it was dealt with.
Yes, that's what I was explaining. She had shortage, and I wrote to her to explain.
That's what I'm saying. We will need the letter that you wrote to the cashier.
Yes.
Subsequently, all the correspondence and the manner in which it was dealt with. Not today.
Oh, not
Just go
okay.
and gather the information
Okay, all right.
that you have written,
No problem.
and you can
I'll bring it.
brief us in depth about that.
Yes, I'll bring it.
Now, with respect to the still the license unit, what is the structure you have there?
Huh? The license unit?
Yes.
What's the what?
What structure do you have?
Oh, the license unit, almost similar to the rates and the markets.
Yes.
You have the license manager, and you have assistant managers, two of
Yes.
them, and you have supervisors.
Right.
Yes, and basically at license, even the manager goes out to collect license fees.
Nice.
Yes, because our main concern with those things is to bring in money.
All right.
They don't have to sit in the office when there's a need for them to go into the field to bring
Now, is there a register, a license register, race register, to guide you in relation to how much should be collected, or on what you have to collect and how much?
Yes, the unit managers, they record the amount collected by each collectors, but every Monday the unit manager will give me the record of the total collection.
Yes.
Yeah, it brings it to me.
That will be what they will give you, but you don't have a register?
Yes, I have a record of it. I have a record of that in my
Can you provide us with the license register and the
well, I have
market register and the race register, if you have them? Do you have them?
I have a record of the weekly revenue collected from each unit.
That would have been different from the register. Is that not the case?
Well, the register probably, because this is have registered for it.
Now, when you say may have, or maybe you don't understand what I mean by register yet. For instance, the rates, you should know how many compounds you have within your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea who you are collecting revenue from?
The unit managers have that record.
Come again?
The unit managers, they have that record. The number of compounds in the cadence.
That of finance, all the information that the unit managers have.
Yeah,
you should have that.
That's true, and I have it too.
So we are asking that if you have them, if it exists, can you produce?
Yes, of course I can.
Oh, please do that. Yeah. Please write that down.
Sure.
That you have to produce the register for these three revenue lines.
Okay, for the revenue. Okay.
Now, who maintains a cash book within the finance department?
Who maintains the what?
A cash book, not the cash book.
Basically, my manager one. We have the accountant also, who is very much involved.
Right from the collectors at the bottom, all the way to you as the head of the department, who maintains a cash?
My finance manager maintains.
Finance manager one, or both of them?
Manager one.
Finance manager one. Yeah. Go ahead. Any other?
Yes, he's the one responsible for those.
How about the cashiers?
Yes, the cashiers are there, but actually, finance manager supervises the cashiers to make sure everything is tallied.
So the cashiers, do they have a cash book?
Yeah, they have. All of them have cash books. Yeah.
Each cashier has a cash.
Each one, yeah.
How about at the level of the units, like the license, rates, market? Who will maintain a cash book?
All of them. Basically, all the collectors are given cash books.
Even the collectors?
Yeah, the ones who handle cash. Because all the collectors in the markets, they handle cash. Only the ones in rates unit, the time period between before 2024,
Yes.
they don't handle cash except few supervisors.
So let's start with market. Let's start with market to be just to be very um, accurate, in the information that we're getting.
Yeah.
You have the collectors all the way up, the managers. Will the collectors have a cash book?
Yes, they should. They all have.
Not they should.
They all.
They have a cash.
Yeah, they have.
And then next ladder is
You mean with the market?
yes.
So you have the collectors, then you go to the market masters.
Do the masters have a cash book?
Yeah, they should. They should all have.
Not they should. No, they
Yes,
should is probably what you think you should obtain. Do they have one? Do they maintain one?
They have it.
They have one.
Yes, they have.
And next after the market masters, you have the managers.
Yes, you have the
Do the managers have
assistant manager.
assistant managers?
Yes.
Do they also maintain a cash book?
I don't think so.
You don't know?
Yeah, because the money actually is from the collectors to the market masters. From the market masters, it goes to the cashiers at the.
So the market masters, managers, they don't maintain a cash book.
They may try to reconcile, but they don't handle the cash. They help with the reconciliation before it is taken to the cashier at at KMC.
How about the market managers? Do they have a cash book?
The market no.
So the market managers, they don't have a cash book.
Only the ones who handle cash.
I wouldn't know who handle cash. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You are the director of finance. I would not know
Yeah.
who handles cash. I would not know who will have a cash book. That's why I ask.
Okay.
You are in the best position to guide us as to, because this structure must be within your knowledge. No matter how go ahead.
Yeah, the cash is collected by the collectors and is given to the market masters.
No, I mean cash book. Who maintains a cash book?
Yeah, the market masters have it.
How about the managers?
That's what I'm saying. If from the collector to the market master,
yes,
from the market master to the cashiers, the people who handle cash are the ones who are entitled to get the cash books.
All right. Let's go to rates. Is the same thing applies with rates as well?
Yeah, rates too. Yeah, rates.
Everyone that receives cash has a cash book.
Well, the period before 2023, they don't have that.
Before 2023,
because they only before 2024. Sorry, they distribute demand notes, and as I said before, the supervisors will go after the areas. And those are the ones. Occasionally, 2 or 3 of them will bring in cash, but they don't. They bring when they collect the money, they bring it to the cashier, get the receipt, and take it back to the property owner.
So when it comes to rates, how many people or who would be maintaining a cash book when it comes to rates?
Well, in fact, they were not. Currently, in 2024, just a few weeks ago, all of them are going to be given cash books. They all have to maintain a cash book because they are given GTR to collect money directly from the property owners. But that's recently, not before the period that you.
So before the period, 2023, no one in the rates unit maintains a cash book. No one.
No.
And so if for instance the market the rates master, you call them, the manager, they will go and follow the areas.
Rate supervisors, yes.
No, the areas is the master or the manager.
The rate supervisor, you have the masters and in the market masters.
So the rate supervisor,
market masters, which are almost the same type.
Same level. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the rate supervisor will be going to collect the areas.
Yeah, they go in for
And sometimes we pay through check, and sometimes in cash.
Sometimes they pay cash.
Sometimes cash.
Yeah.
Now, how is that accounted for?
How is that
accounted for? What do they? That's why I asked whether they have a cash book to record what they receive, or they don't maintain a cash book.
Well, they don't. As I said, the procedure is they go with the demand notes.
Yes.
And the areas are printed there. The current and the thing, and the property owner pays it by
Yes.
check or cash,
Yes.
they bring it to the cashier at the KFC,
Yes.
and the cashier will print out a receipt,
Yes.
give it back to the supervisor, or the supervisor will take it to the property owner.
Yes.
And that's the process.
Are you familiar with the finance and audit, finance and accounting manual for the
Yeah.
local government area council?
Exactly. I read it.
You are
all.
familiar.
Yes.
You are familiar that everyone or employee that has charged with revenue collection or receipt of revenue must maintain a cash book.
Yes. I mean, every what?
Yeah, that is responsible for the receipt of revenue must maintain a cash book.
Of course, yes.
So why? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. In this case, they are not actually collectors. The collectors actually receive cash books.
Let me ask that you
Now,
be given. Let me ask that you be given the finance and accounting manual for local government area councils.
yes.
Turn to page 61. You will see that section 905.
50.
The heading would be the subsidiary cash.
Page 55.
Are you there, sir?
Page 51, right?
61.
61.
Yes.
61.
The section there is 905. The heading would be the subsidiary cash book.
Well, this nowadays, this when things were done manually, you have these subsidiary cash books, but not anymore. Everything is done, electronically. So it's not. It's the old version that you are trying to bring.
I don't
You know?
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, this is an old version of
What is the old version?
the subsidiary, the ones that are here, because this thing is not updated.
It's not?
It's not. If at all the system we are doing everything is manual.
Yes.
You enter those things, but right now the system is to make lodgement to the main cashier at council headquarters.
Yes.
In it is recorded a serial number order, the receipts, tickets, licenses, etc., and the amounts received from the public on the day of receipt. The appropriate standard receipt book, license ticket, or other approved form, serially numbered, must be used by the accounts clerk charged with the receipt of the cancelled forms. Extra care must be taken to ensure that all receipts, licenses, or ticket numbers entered in the subsidiary cash book with evidence that they have accounted for in strict numerical sequence, both as regard the books and individual receipts in each. One booklet must be fully used before another is taken. The total receipts of each day must be banked or paid to the main cashier at council headquarters. When the amount has been received or stamped, paying slip from the bank has been obtained by the main cashier. He will issue a receipt for the amount collected from the accounts clerk. The amount is then posted to the credit side of the subsidiary book with the main cashier signing off. Yeah, I mean, there is when this thing was written, it was like uh, accounting probably they assume it was done manually, all of it manually. But these collectors, they have the receipt books. They are given a GTR book, what they call GTR books, and that is the book they bring. When they give out receipt. That's what they bring to our accounts department to be able to reconcile.
Let's see what the law says about in the event the system is computerized. Turn to page 67. 67. You have 914.
Page what?
67.
67.
It says, are you there? 67.
Yes, computerized.
It says, let me read and you follow, please. The books of accounts prescribed in the manual can be prepared annually or manually, or through computerized accounting system. The accounting system can be computerized fully or partially. An accounting package can be adopted to capture all the financial transactions of the council, right from the source documents to the production of monthly final accounts and end of year financial statements.
Yeah.
Certain aspects of council operations, such as payroll, rates, etc., can be partially computerized depending on the availability of resources, particularly key personnel to handle the process. Where the accounting system is fully computerized, the charts or accounts codes as given in this manual may be modified as required, and abstract books which are designed for analysis or revenue and expenditure may not be needed. So, do you see? It's also captured. The bottom line here is whichever system you use, it has to contain all the details. The law requires that all books of account, if you want to maintain it electronically, it has to also contain all these details. Do you see that?
Yeah, I know what I see what you're talking about. These things are the computer does everything. The only thing we are concerned about that there's a GTR book that we give them to make sure they give receipt to the people who gave them the money. But
here we are talking about the demand notes, for instance.
yes, that's what I'm saying. The demand notes, as I said before, only the demand notes are issued. It's just recently that they have we gave the collectors a GTR book.
The law is saying they must maintain a cash.
There must be
Anyone that is in receipt of revenue must maintain a cash.
well, yes, that's true. But they require for as of now, all of them are given a cash book.
Exactly.
Yes.
That means your earlier point would not be correct. Your earlier position that this was envisaging a situation where everything is manual.
Yeah.
That is why it would not be applicable, would not be correct, because now in 2024 you had given an instruction that they all must maintain a cash.
Yes.
So
Now
it talks about the desirability of having a cash.
yes, but before
No, then let's just first clear that.
Mhm.
It talks about the desirability of having a cash because that's what obtains now. That's what you have passed now.
Yeah.
So which means your earlier position would not be correct because maintaining a cash book is very paramount.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
With rates collectors, as I said,
Is that a correct statement?
no, let me correct. Let me just straighten this out. The rates collectors were not handling cash. They were only serving demand notes.
They were handling cash because you had said the supervisors would
Yes.
go. No, hear me out. The supervisors would go and collect arrears.
Yeah, the
Either
supervisors.
check. They are within the rates unit, are they not?
Well, yeah, they are within the rate.
Exactly. So you have said that they will collect cash or check.
Yes.
So if they are collecting cash or check, the law says they must maintain a cash book. Why would they not maintain a cash book? Would that not be open to fraudulent practices?
Well, I'm just telling you the procedure what was done, but I'm positively sure any person who is handling cash will have a cash book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's what the law says.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
Exactly. And it's also very important that they maintain a cash book as well for accounting purposes.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And so where they do not maintain a cash book, would that not be open to fraud?
Well, if they are not handling, I just believe they have it.
No, I'm asking you a question.
If they don't,
You are an expert in this. I'm asking you a direct question. If they do not have a cash book, would that not be open?
That is not. It's not appropriate.
No, I'm not asking you that question, sir. I asked a question. I had used certain words. I need you to react to that.
You said if they don't have a cash
If they don't maintain a cash book and they are receiving revenue, would that not be open to fraud?
Will that not be
open to fraud? Will that not open fraudulent practices?
Well, sometimes, I mean, if the person is not honest.
No, that doesn't answer the question.
But you're right. You're right. If they are not given a cash book, it's a possibility. But the thing is, any person who is given a receipt.
Doctor, you know what I expect from you?
Yes.
You have a PhD, and I will need you to remind the commission with respect to your background. Can you do that? Where have you worked before?
Well, I was a full-time lecturer at University of the Gambia.
Before that?
Before that, I was working as a capital market specialist.
Where?
At National Credit Union Administration in the United States.
Before that?
Before that, I worked for Melon Investor Services as stock options. I was trading stock options.
Where?
In Melon Investor Services in New Jersey,
for how long?
In America. I've been there for about probably 3-4 years, something like that. Yeah.
Before that, sir?
Before that, I was working for the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Central Bank. I was a financial analyst, senior financial analyst.
For how long, sir?
For about 4 or 5 years, something like that.
So you see how impressive your CV is.
Huh?
You agree with me that you have wealth of experience.
Yes.
In the job you do.
Yeah.
And you owe the list you owe to the commission and anyone that you serve is just to say it as it is, especially when it comes to accounting principles.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
And that's why I go over this manual every day.
And that is why in your answers, regardless of how difficult it is, you just see it as it is because you are a top professional. So when I ask you whether a certain procedure is fraud proof because they do not follow procedure, they don't maintain a cash book, you and I know the answer is yes.
Of course, that's what I was telling you. I said anybody who's handling cash is supposed to get a cash book.
Yes.
That's what
and
I
so
was
you
saying.
call the name
Yes.
as it is. If you see a spade, you say it is a spade. If the system is flawed, you say it is flawed. Because that is what differentiates you from the ordinary average person in the area of accounting and economics. Is that not the case? It's not the case, sir.
The case is?
Is that not the case? Is that not the case? That's what differentiates you from the ordinary average person who has no or doesn't have the wealth of experience you have in accounting.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Good. And so you will be of help to the commission.
Yes.
Based on your expertise.
Yes. Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yeah, that's
good. So you've agreed with me that where there are no anyone who handles cash doesn't maintain cash book, that is open to fraud. Correct?
Yes.
Good. And we move on to other issues.
So you just ask.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Keita.
Yes.
The Financial and Accounting Manual for Local Government Authorities, is it a document that you are supposed to, as a council, supposed to be legally relying upon?
Yes. In
Eh,
fact, yes. In fact, I printed this financial manual and left it in our accounts department so everybody can consult it. Whatever you are in doubt, whatever, so you make sure it reminds you of what you saw. It's a guideline. Myself, I go over it almost every day.
So
Yeah.
it is a legally binding document that the personnel at the finance department
Yeah.
ought to follow
Yes, yes,
as a
because this
legal
is
document.
yes, because this is being prepared specifically for local government to assist us in our operations in the financial accountings.
Yes, I just wanted for you to confirm as a
Yes,
finance director
yeah,
whether you are bounded by this document.
obviously, it's
Uh,
yes,
Yes, thank you so
yeah.
much. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, so revenue assessment. How does council assess the revenue?
How does the council
Assess revenue.
assess revenue?
Yes.
Well, it's based on the where revenue sources are coming from.
Okay. And where are these resources coming from? At Carnival Municipal Council.
Yes, we have the markets, we have the rates, and we have the license.
Okay.
So we assess how much revenue is collected daily,
Yes.
weekly, monthly, and from that we can be able to assess how much revenue we can we can expect
So,
in a year or so.
so for instance, when I asked you in 2020 when you were appointed, but what was the revenue baseline? Will you be able to tell us?
Yeah, the revenue baselines is basically the property rates. Those are the ones, and the business licenses
So the baseline would have been the amount that you expect to generate from revenue in a given year. That's
in a
what we
given year.
say.
Yes,
That's what we mean by baseline.
yeah.
So, so the baseline for 2020, you would have known based on the different revenue registers you have and,
Previous years,
and the assessments you have conducted. If there are new structures, new buildings, new
exactly.
businesses, and so on and so forth, you would have known because you would have, in line with the register, you
Yes,
would have already also conducted an up-to-date assessment to know exactly how much the institution you manage
yes.
can generate in a given year.
It's
What was that? Is that done?
it's an estimate. You know, when you're preparing the budget, it's an
Yeah.
estimate.
Yes.
You take into consideration like the previous years
Yes.
and the improvement in the current year.
Yes.
That's going to bring in more revenue.
Yes.
And that's how we assess, we estimate how we expect to get how much revenue we're going to get the following year.
So, do you have any form of assessment exercise that you do as at your department to know how much you are expected to generate in a given year? How much your estimate would be?
Oh yes, we have budget sessions. We all meet.
The budget shot is informed by the assessment.
Yeah, assessing the managers, the unit managers, we all come together
Yes.
and we determine the sources of revenue, how much was collected last year, currently, and
Right.
what we expect and what improvements we have done.
Now,
Uh,
are these documented?
huh?
Are these documented?
I mean,
This exercise you have with your team. Is it would it be documented?
well, the final product is the budget.
The budget is supposed to be the final product, but there would be documents to inform the
Well,
budget or to advise you as to what you would
the,
contribute at that level of the data of finance that would sum up the amount that you have as an estimate in the budget.
it's the process of preparing the budget.
Yes,
We have documentation there,
yes,
and then we produce the final one.
yes.
Yes,
I'm
it's
now
not.
asking you those documentations. If you have to say,
Yeah,
for instance,
ex-
based on consultation with X, Y, and Z, the unit heads,
yes,
the different registers, and so on and so forth, and the new registration we have seen within Carnival Municipal Council,
we-
the new compounds or properties, and so on and so forth, or companies. You know, because the amount will not be fixed every year. What you will expect in a given year would not be fixed for the next 5 to 7, 8 years. The amount fluctuates every given year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that not the same?
Yeah.
Because there are improvements, developments here and there, back and forth, and so you don't expect to have a baseline for, let's say, for instance, 120 million in 2020, 2020, 120 million, 2022, 120 million. That would not make sense.
No.
Is that not
No.
the case?
No.
So that's why I said, what advice we need to have? That's what law says, assessment. The
Yes.
things you consider. So can you give us the information?
Before, when we are getting ready to prepare the budget, we send later to department heads
Yes.
to give us a revenue, their proposal,
Yes.
budget proposal, and then we put it together and we call all of them,
Yes.
and then we discuss how you going to achieve what we
Yes.
are expecting.
Yes.
Well, it's everything here when it comes to budgeting is estimation. We do our best at it, and try to prepare it conservatively.
I asked this question because if you look at page
Yeah.
10 and 11, the rule of the director of finance in the financial manual, you turn to page 11, you will see paragraph L. I've asked you to be given a copy
Yeah,
of the financial manual. Do you have it?
the financial manual.
Yes, I've asked you to be given a copy.
I have it here.
To page 10, where you will see the section 204, director of finance.
Yeah.
And you turn to page 11, you will see the various applications you have. And paragraph L tells you that among your duties are to correctly assess revenue in accordance with the relevant laws or bylaws and to secure its punctual collection. So what do you understand when law says to correctly assess revenue?
Well, to assess that's why we do a budget session where we involve everybody who is in the revenue units, because they know how much is collected every day, every week, every month. So we put our brains together to come up with a reasonable estimate.
Yes.
That's what we.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Let me ask a more simple question. For example, if there are 20 new compounds built in one area, how would you know this?
The compound, first of all, every property owner is supposed to come and register.
Yes.
The council.
Yes.
And the system is updated. We know from that, and plus.
But we know that doesn't.
Yeah, it's here because most people don't want to pay rates. Sometimes they may not even try to reveal all their properties.
Exactly. So we know that does not happen.
Yeah.
Because it's not automatic.
Yes, it's not. It's not.
It's not automatic.
Yes.
You've highlighted here that in fact it was a difficulty to know and have all the contacts of all the property owners at some point, which makes sense because they're not going to be willing to pay rates if you do not collect it, if you do not come for it. Some may not. So that is why, in addition to the register, you do an assessment, a further assessment. Is that not what is expected?
Yes.
To be up to date with new developments.
And that's why just recently, which is just a few weeks ago, that I assigned all the rates collectors to go into their zones.
Yes.
To make sure they register all the properties in their zone. Exactly. So there might be new ones that have not been in the system.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Now that did not obtain before.
Yes, that was not there before, and now they record it, and now we're gonna update the system again.
That is my question. That was not happening before, so which means there was no assessment of that nature before.
Yeah.
So before we are referring to 2018 to 2023.
It was not.
Is that a correct statement?
You're right.
All right. Any question regarding the revenue and assessment before I proceed? The other issue is, Dr. You, were you preparing monthly, or was KMC through your office monthly bank reconciliations?
Yes.
Every month.
Yes, every month. I'm very concerned about that because we want to know how much is being taken from our account at the bank. We do bank reconciliation. In fact, I had problem with one of the banks because I was not, we are not able to reconcile with them.
Which bank is that?
Mega Bank.
Mega Bank. Why was it difficult to reconcile with them?
Because I see they be putting in credit and then debiting it without no explanation or something like that.
Okay.
Like you put in 100,000, they credit it into your account, and then the next thing you know is debited. And before I left in 2021,
yes,
I stopped. I went to the mayor, explained to him. I say, I think we may have to stop banking with Megabank because we can't reconcile. And I called Megabank representatives, and they couldn't explain why they were debiting and crediting without our knowledge.
Why did you inform the mayor about that?
And the mayor told me he gives me the go to do what is necessary.
Yeah.
So we stop banking.
No, why was it necessary to inform the mayor?
Huh?
Why was it necessary to inform the mayor?
Well, he's the head of the institution.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for all these decisions, he's always informed together with the CEO.
Exactly, with the CEO and everything. Yeah.
Now, did you write to the bank, Mega Bank?
The Mega Bank. Well, before I was suspended.
Okay.
So when I left, I think my deputy took over and they started banking with them again. So
they started banking with them again.
Yes, they started banking.
Do you know why?
Huh?
Do you know why they have started banking with them again? When after you've advised and it was approved.
Probably he was that he might be able to explain that.
Who is he?
He's my deputy.
That's your deputy.
Yeah, he was. He was
your deputy.
Yeah, he was my.
Now, so please write that we will need you to provide us with the bank reconciliations during the time you have served as Director of Finance.
The what?
The bank reconciliations.
Yes, we do it. We are always. Recently, we had some problem because of the new system.
Right.
Go IFMIS.
Yes.
Which is always having problems, internet and all that. So the bank reconciliation is not very up to date yet.
Okay.
Just once it's done, it's very easy to run reconciliation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will need you to provide us with the bank reconciliation that you have.
Yeah.
That you have produced.
Okay.
From the time you've served as Director of Finance.
All right. I will.
Yes. And before we proceed with that, do you recall giving a statement and an additional statement to the investigators?
Yes.
The statement would be dated the 4th of May 2023 and additional statement 17th of July 2024.
Yes, I got it.
Doctor, please go through the statement, these two statements. I believe it has a signature.
Yeah. Yes.
Against your name. Please go through these statements. The first one has 4 pages. The second one is 3 pages.
Yeah.
And advise the commission as to whether these are the statements that were obtained from you.
Yeah, this is from me. Yeah.
That's from you.
Yes.
We apply to standard a statement and an additional statement from Dr. Alieu Keita.
Yes.
The first statement is dated this 4th of May 2023, and the second statement 17th of July 2024.
Yes.
It is identified and signed by the witness, and we plan to have them admitted into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement from Dr. Alieu Keita, dated the 4th of May 2023.
Okay.
And the additional witness statement, dated the 17th of July 2024, from the same witness, Dr. Alieu Keita, are hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit and marked as LGC/DAK/KMC/001.
Ask the commission, please. Now, Doctor, how about financial statements. You've been preparing financial statements
Yes, we do prepare financial statements at the end of every year.
every year.
Sometimes quarterly we prepare income and the income statement.
Doctor, can you income statement? Can you please produce the financial statements that you have during the time you've served for all the period?
Can we bring them?
Yes.
Well, when I leave here, try to.
Come again, sir. I didn't hear what you said.
I said I don't have them here.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can write them down.
Okay.
Now, during the period you've served,
Yes.
that will be 2020 to 2021.
Yes. March 2020 to July 2021.
And you came back, or you recalled when?
October of 2023.
October 2023. So again, we only limit the evidence based on the period you've served as Director of Finance. So were there any loans that were acquired?
No, when I started there, I didn't find any loan scheme. There was an embargo or something like. They were not giving out loans. They do give like salary advances.
Salary advances.
Yes, salary advances.
What do you know about the salary advances?
Well, salary advances, any staff can apply, and it's payable in 6 months. Yeah, and we try to make sure, in addition to salary advance, any other deductions you may have, total deductions will be less than 50% of your net pay.
Would that not be a loan?
Huh?
Would it not be the same as a loan?
Well, salary advance it's a short-term loan. It's for the name. It's not like it's not called a loan. It's called a salary advance.
But is it not the same with a loan?
Well, yeah, they have the same features.
The same features, everything is the same. So there's a scientific name for every flower, or there's the scientific name for human being. Is correct?
Yes.
But the human being is a human being, regardless of the scientific name. Is that not the case?
That's true, but the loan is payable sometimes
And
in
in
years.
this country, we're used to seeing or knowing that particular government has 3, 4, 5 names. They have tribal names, but it also changes with the fact that I'm a human being, right? So the same features.
The lawyers
That's a loan.
The lawyers are good at that.
Exactly. Perfect. So the same features, but salary advancement is called, but it's the same feature as you have said, the loan. So do you know what policies are in place, or schemes you have in council in relation to this salary advancement or loan, whichever applies?
No, well, the salary advance actually, I make sure, as I said before, I make sure that if you take the salary advance, it's going to be payable in 6 months, and within that 6 months, the deductions from your salary, all of it total,
Yes.
should be less than 50% of your net pay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I try to make sure that.
So who decided that there would be salary advancement?
Well, the staff is the employee when they have problems.
No.
they come.
Who came up with the approval in relation to salary advancement?
Well, I found it there, but the approval comes from when the staff will apply, take it to the CEO, and the CEO approves it, comes to me, and I process it on it.
But you found the system there.
Yeah, I found it there.
How about the area council itself contracting loans from financial institutions?
Loans?
Yes. Do you know of any?
No, not any loans.
Okay. During your time in 2020, do you know whether there were any consultants retained or lawyers retained that were being paid from the council coffers?
What you mean, the consultants?
Consultants or lawyers or advisors who were retained by council and were paid from council's funds?
Well, KMC they have lawyers. And
Yes.
whenever they provide service, they get paid.
Who are these lawyers?
I think it's Senghor Law Firm.
Senghor Law Firm.
Something.
Just one?
Huh?
Just Senghor Law Firm?
That's as far as I know, she was the only one.
Just only one.
Yeah.
The other issue is that there should have been an internal audit unit.
Yes. Yes.
In 2020, was there one?
Yes, they were there. Yeah.
Now, were all payments being scrutinized by the internal audit? I mean, all payments?
Yeah, they do. They do their work. So, in fact, there was an occasion where they found out some.
Or were all payments in your department that you authorize?
Yes.
Were they also cross-checked by the internal audit? Do you know?
Yes, exactly. Before, in fact, we proceed, it's taken to the internal audit for approval.
Okay.
Yeah. So all payments go through internal audit too. Yeah.
What is the relationship between your office and procurement?
When?
Your office and procurement, what is the relationship between the finance department and procurement?
Well, procurement, they only bring most of it, the bills, the LPOs, whatever needs to be paid, they bring it and assess our bank accounts. If we have enough money, we pay it.
All right.
Yeah.
The last question probably I have for you is in your statement, you have discussed the issue of the invalid project.
Mm.
You look at your statement of the 4th of May 2023. I think it's the third paragraph, where you said on the issue of loan, when I joined the council in 2020, I did not find any loan at the council. The major loan I found at the council was the invalid loan, and claims was paid it to Ajib Bank. Are you with your statement, sir?
Yes, how did you?
Based on the agreement of the invalid project, it was a bit completed. Did you mean completed or
It
complicated?
should be complicated.
Complicated. I thought so as well. I thought as much. Do you want to edit that?
Well,
I mean, do you want to sign? You just write complicated instead of completed,
Yeah.
and you sign against. We'll give you
should
the
be
exhibit itself.
complicated. Yeah.
We will give you, the registrar is coming to give you the exhibit that is standard. So just read through the exhibit and you can do the correction and sign against it. You've seen that? No, just hold on a minute. I think there's another one as well.
Yes.
You turn to the next page. We also have another completed. You said the married project was so completed, and I never wanted Ajib to take advantage of it.
That should be complicated too.
Complicated. Please do the correction. Now, Honorable Chairperson, the witness, Dr. Keita,
Yes.
corrected the two words in his statement dated the 4th of May 2023. The first is on the last paragraph of the first page, which reads, initially it was a bit completed, and I said to myself that we need to involve one Jim Gay at Espas Motors. And he had said in the commission it was a bit complicated. If you turn to the next page, we also have a correction that the witness was made in open hearing. It said the Malit project was so completed, and I never wanted Ajib to take advantage of the council. It reads, going by the witness's testimony, that the Malit project was so complicated. We applied that the corrections be granted by the chairperson.
The application is granted.
Thank you very much. Now, On this issue, what what do you mean when you say it was a bit complicated and it was so complicated, the ballot project?
Well, it's not like how I know you you apply for a loan and you are given collaterals or whatever securities should be there and the terms of payment and all those things. And I was going through it and how much I was trying to assess how much interest, the duration of the loan, and how much interest should be paid. But I was trying to figure out, and I couldn't find pieces, trying to find pieces together. And I even went to the mayor, but I think they already arranged it before I came. So the mayor want me to, I don't want to get involved in it, so I just left it alone.
What you went to the mayor to do what, or to tell him what?
No, I wanted not the bank to take advantage of KMC.
Okay.
That was my main concern. But since the mayor and the others, this thing was done in their present.
Okay.
They know what they are doing. So when I see that probably I shouldn't interfere, I just back up.
You just back off. What did he tell you in your conversation with the mayor?
Well, the conversation with the mayor was very brief. Yeah, I went to the extent of inviting the ESPAS model, the representative, the Jim Gay, but later on it was decided that we can just leave it as it is because probably
What did the mayor tell you?
no, the mayor just told me to leave it alone.
The mayor told you to leave it like that.
Yeah, to leave it because
Are these your words? The mayor told you to leave it like that?
I think they are satisfied with it.
You are?
I think they are satisfied with the arrangement. That's why.
Yes, but he told you to leave it like that.
Well, that's very. It's nothing big about.
Come again, sir?
Probably they are satisfied with what has been offered to them.
No, but I just want to get the evidence that he told you to leave it like that.
Yeah. No,
Is
well,
that correct, sir?
yeah, he told me to. Yeah, we didn't want to proceed. I mean, it's not necessary since they are satisfied with what is there.
No, I get that part
Yeah.
clear. I get the part that the mayor does not want to
Yeah.
go ahead with that discussion.
Me and Mayor, we work together. We
Yes.
all want something good for KMC.
Yes,
So if I feel that he is satisfied with it, then I'll back off.
yes, but I want to hear the statement
Yeah,
that he told you. You backing off
Yeah.
will indicate that, like you said,
Yeah.
that your suggestion or your concerns were not really taken seriously because you have already felt that they've already dealt with the issue.
Mhm.
They don't want to go back to it. They don't want to discuss it.
Yes.
Now, you said he told you to just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, let me read your statement, what you have. You said, based on the agreement, that is the first page of the statement dated the 4th of May 2023, the last paragraph, first, second, third, fourth line. Well, let me just read the entire statement, the entire paragraph in the fourth paragraph, third paragraph, sorry, first page of the statement of the 4th of May 2023. It says, on the issue of loan, when I joined the council in 2020, I did not find any loan at the council. Now, the major loan I found at the council was the Malit loan, and KMC was paying it to Ajib Bank. Based on the agreement for Malit project, it was a bit complicated. And I said to myself that we need to involve one Jim Gay at Espas Motors and consulted Mayor Bensouda about it. But he told me to leave it as it is. Now, when I went through the agreement of the project, the mode of servicing the Malit project was so complicated, I never wanted Ajib to take advantage of the council. Now, the Malit project could be best described as a special agreement between the council and Ajib Bank because the garbage trucks were probably used as collateral. I understand that the garbage trucks were overpriced from the information I had from CEO Martin Sonko at the time when he was invited as Paradise and Special Morning Show Pandering. Now, we, we will not go further than what I'm going to ask you regarding the Bali project because you're going to be called subsequently to deal with this issue. Now, just as a way of summary, based on your expertise, you've read a document, the agreement, you are highly qualified, this is what you do, this is what your job is,
Yeah.
you're well trained. You look at it, you said, no, this is not a good agreement. This doesn't make sense, or this is probably very complicated. Can you now break down that experience you had going through the document that, regarding how complicated it was, why you think it was not really, it may not have served the best interest? Can you please break that down to the commission?
For me personally, as I said before, I wanted to save the council some money.
Yes.
And I just want to make sure that they are not overcharged and that, everything is to their advantage.
Yes.
But after seeing the whole thing, I was not there, and as I said before, me and Mayor, we work together for the good of the council. If he feels that is good for the way it is, I back off.
No, now the back it off was done some years ago. Now we are back to discuss why you backed off. But we were back as well to discuss the complicated nature of the agreement, that you sense some of the key things that you have sensed, which you think really should really be revisited, which I want you to discuss.
With all due respect, I don't want to get involved in this Mbali because I was never there when it started.
No, you have to.
No, I don't.
You have to. You are an obligation.
I was there to try
No.
during my time, but
Don't
what I'm trying to say.
Wait a minute again. You have to. You don't have a choice. I don't want to use these words. Just wait a minute. I don't want to use these words. You don't have a discussion, but I just don't like using these words. I think let me just say in a more nicer language, when duty of care, you owe the people you serve duty of care based on what you've experienced and what you really can say. There's a hearing. It's for hearing. So
May I come in here? Mr. Dr. Keita, do you have the documentation for these transactions and particularly the agreement that you're talking about?
Which
Yes, this.
Todimbali project?
Yes.
No, I don't have.
You don't have?
I don't have that. Actually, I think my deputy has all the paperwork on this. My deputy, ex-deputy, Sheriff Njai. He has all the documentation for it.
But these are transactions for and on behalf of the council, right?
Yes, these were transactions that were.
And these documents should be available at the council, right?
It should be, yeah. But only some people have access to it. Some people don't have.
But Doctor, as a director of finance,
Yes,
of an institution as big as KMC, do you
yes.
think there should be any documents that you should not have access to
No, actually,
as the director of finance?
actually, I should. Even I asked for it.
Yes. So now, please write down and take note.
Yes.
You understand? You are being requested
Okay.
by the commission to provide all of these documents.
All the documents. Documents. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
again,
Yes. Council, you may proceed.
Doctor, back to the question I asked before. What was complicated that you found in the agreement?
What did I?
But what was complicated?
As I said, it's not the normal loan that I know of that banks will issue.
Yes.
I think, as I said, it may be a special project. It's a special arrangement between the council and Espas Motors.
Yes.
And the method of payment It's not like other loans where you have fixed payments every month.
Okay.
These payments are they vary.
Okay.
Some certain points you pay certain amount of probably something like that. So all those things are for me. I'm not used to. As I said, it's just not the normal this thing that happened. But it may have been arranged in a
No,
way to favor.
we go ahead.
Yeah, it may have been arranged in a way for to help the council so the trucks can operate and pick up the waste collection.
Now, going back to this question, um, you have had chance to review of finance. How was this repayment done
How the payment was done?
from the council? How are you repaying this loan?
Well, there is because first of all, the waste trucks are not bringing in enough money to pay for themselves.
Okay.
Because this is a non-profit institution. We're there to serve the community.
Yes.
So that's why even charging the waste, collect your waste is only $10 or something like that.
Yes.
So we try to the amount we collect from that, we gather it until probably it goes up to 4 million.
Yes.
And then the KMC main account, we try to get some money from there, add it, and then make the payment.
All right. So do you know the accounts you are making payment to?
Huh?
Your time as that of finance, which account where you paying, where you repaying the loan to?
Yeah. It's paid to the valid loan account at the bank.
Married loan account
Yeah.
at the bank.
Yeah.
But the monies that I used to pay were from the monies that you generated in the ballot project,
Yeah.
and also
From the KMC main account.
from KMC main account.
Yes.
Okay. Now, like I said, we will discuss this issue further
Okay.
subsequently. Now, do you maintain your time a revenue account, an account specifically for revenue? Do you have that?
Yes.
I believe the Finance and Audit Act requires that there must be a revenue account. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, all revenues are counted.
They are accounted for.
Yeah.
It's different from having a revenue account. An account just for the deposit of revenue. That's different.
All revenue collected from the sources are accounted for.
And how many bank accounts?
We have.
When you were there in 2020, how many bank accounts was council operated?
Well, when I came to KMC, they probably have maybe 7 or 8 accounts,
Okay.
and we try to limit our operation, our transactions with few banks, maybe about 5 or 6 of them, and other banks we tried. You know, the council, even before I came there, I'm sure even many times they have accounts all over the places. Myself, I had to. The mayor even advised me to make sure to contact all the banks here in the area, basically,
Yes.
to find out where the KMC have accounts there. Because I'm sure when he came there too, he found accounts were all over the place.
Yes.
So I try to contact the banks to verify whether we have any accounts there
Yes.
which have been dormant or whatever. And the ones I was able to find out, that's the ones we try to. If they are dormant, whatever amount is there, we try to transfer it to our other accounts, the accounts that we use more frequently.
So eventually, how many accounts were were there in council when you came in 2020?
Probably 7 or 8 accounts.
7 or 8. Can you provide us with a detailed or list of the accounts that you found in council in 2020 and the accounts that were operated from 2020 to 2021 when you were there of finance?
Yeah, I can provide that.
Yes, please. I asked this because section part 2 of the Finance, Local Government Finance and Audit Act 2004, and Section 3, where you have Council Development Fund. Development Fund requires that there certain accounts must be kept. Certain accounts must be kept. Now, if you don't have a copy, I will request that you be given a copy, so that you follow what I am saying or reading from. It says, you find it on page 6. You there with me? Are we together?
What page you talking?
Page 6, part 2, where you have funds, budget, and accounts of councils.
Yeah.
Section 3 says a council shall keep a council development fund into which may I please have water to drink?
Yeah.
Honorable Registrar. A council shall keep a council development fund into which all revenue generated by the council shall be paid. You see that?
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah.
B, from which all liabilities failing to be discharged by the council shall be discharged. See that?
Council is falling, not failing.
See, failing. Failing to be discharged by the council shall be discharged.
Can you please check that again, Council?
Failing.
Yes, failing.
Yes. Did I say falling? I don't know what I'm reading from. Failing to be discharged by the council shall be discharged. And 2, a council shall keep a general fund account of all receipts credited to and payments made out of which shall contain all the council development fund. So you see this.
Yes.
What do you understand by this?
Well, KMC, we have
No,
we
what
have-
do you understand first? What do you understand by what I've just read in the Finance and Audit Act 2004 for local government?
what they are simply telling us,
Yes.
we maintain accounts, the operational accounts, where deposits are made and withdrawals are made.
Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, we don't have only one single account that's doing all that stuff.
Yes.
Yes, we have probably 3 or 2 main accounts that we operate with.
Yeah.
We do what's described here.
Yes.
Actually. But the bottom line is, if all the receipts, if all the revenue is recorded correctly,
Yes.
and the withdrawals are recorded correctly, that's the main purpose of it.
What? And if the what?
We don't necessarily have to open only one single account.
I'm not saying you have to have one single account.
No, I'm just saying according to this.
Yes, according to the law, law is saying that from what I understand, when it comes to the development fund,
Yeah.
that's where you deposit all revenue generated, and from which all liabilities failing to be discharged by the council shall be discharged.
Yes.
So you are saying no, this is not feasible. But if you have 2 accounts that are really primarily for revenue, for your revenue and also to discharge liability.
Yes.
If you have 2,
we have a record of all of them.
Not the record. We know that the accounts you keep.
Yeah.
For instance, there is nothing like the council development fund in which you have only revenue generated being paid into. You don't have this structure, do you?
As I said,
first,
if
whether
we
you
have that.
No, wait a minute. Let me help you out. First, you answer the question, and you can now tell us why there is no structure like this, specifically in accordance with the dictates of the law.
The thing is, I don't know, when this thing was prepared, probably they failed to realize that banking institutions cannot necessarily only have one account.
Man, that's probably may not be why we're here.
Because yes, I mean, we have to spread. there are certain times when the council may run into problems.
They may
And
not
if yeah, there's sometimes a financial problem. They may have revenue issues. They cannot pay their bills.
But
But we can help. We are allowed to get help from banks.
no, but that is what the law says. Do you agree with that? That's what the law says. I mean, is it not also correct that when you have designated accounts, even if you have more than one account for specifically for revenue and a discharge of liability, then it's easy to do proper auditing in those accounts. When you do your bank reconciliations and your financial statements, you would be able to be in the position to know exactly how much you've generated.
Yes.
You'll be able to provide a clear picture as to what the revenue and the liabilities of the bank of the council is. Is that not what the this is trying to cure the defect?
Yes, exactly. Even if we have 4 accounts,
Yes,
right, and we make a deposit in accounts today, tomorrow, another bank, another stuff,
right.
as long as they are recorded correctly and the liabilities and the pay, everything's recorded properly,
But you don't have that.
we do have the
No, you don't have 4 accounts specifically for revenue generated to be paid into and liabilities. Those accounts are also multiple accounts. They're used for other things as well. That is my point.
yeah, but
Do you see what the picture I'm trying to paint here?
yeah,
You don't have that. You don't have any account one that is specifically for revenue generation. John, and
paying in
paying of
revenues. What
You
we
know,
are trying to tell you, we have to get a specific account where only revenues will go in and no withdrawal will be done.
and liabilities being discharged in accordance with what the financial contract says. But the one saying it.
Yeah, but if, for example, I mean,
No, do you understand that's what the financial manual says? And in your case, even if you have 2 accounts
Yeah.
doing this purpose, that may even be justifiable. What I'm saying is you can't operate an institution where you have no account, even 1 or 2, that is purely serving this requirement.
well, one thing for sure, we have a record of all the revenues that go in
And come out.
and that come out.
And those same accounts will also be multiple accounts as well.
Yeah, it's different account. We use different about.
Yes,
Right.
that's against the Financial Audit Act. Do you agree with that?
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And you have an obligation to follow the Financial Audit Act.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, I mean, I could write for them to amend it because
Did you write for them to amend it?
I could write for them to amend it.
Did you write for them to amend it?
Yeah.
Did you write?
No, I did not.
Until you do that,
probably I will.
Until you do that, follow the law, doctor. Is that not the case? Until you do that, follow the law. You know why it's important. If you look at the financial manual, for instance, and you look at the introductory notes, it tells you that you cannot deviate from accounting principles unless and until they are approved. Do you see that? Right?
Yeah, the thing is, sometimes when these things are written and they are not.
Let me read to you what it says.
After how many years? 10 or some years, things change.
That's not my fault. It's not my fault. Like you said, write and change it. Page 7 of the financial manual says, now it says recommendation on amendments of the financial manual and accounting manuals. No new instructions, addition or amendment to any existing provision in the manual shall have any force until passed by a resolution of the council members in consultation with the Secretary of State and issued as a circular or amendment slip, a copy of which shall be made available to every accounting officer of the local government authority. You see this? So it tells you regarding trying to deviate from what you have. Do you see that? I'm talking to you. Do you see that?
I've seen it probably.
Yeah. Yes, I have. Dr. Keita,
Yes.
the Local Government Finance and Audit Act of 2004, is it a legislation that you are supposed to comply with?
2004, the one we have.
The one that you have been referred to, particularly the part 2
Yes.
which talks about funds, budget, accounts of council.
Yes.
Is it a legislation that you are supposed to comply with fully in the execution of your duty as Director of Finance?
Yeah, we're supposed to comply.
You're supposed to comply with it.
Yeah.
And you having had the opportunity to read the provision, particularly Section 3,
Yeah.
what impression does this section give to you? Is it a discretional provision or a mandatory provision?
Well, since it is here, it's probably
No. Let's just get this one first before you explain. Your understanding. I want your understanding
yes.
of what Section 3 is saying.
Yeah.
Is it a discretional provision or is it a mandatory provision
Yeah.
where you are supposed to comply fully without having recourse to use discretion in the implementation of what is provided for in Section 3?
It is mandatory.
It is mandatory. Thank you so much. Council, you may proceed.
So, Doctor, as an expert in this area, um, you may have difference of opinion, correct?
I don't have the.
You may have difference of opinion
Yeah.
or difference in opinion,
Exactly. Yeah.
based on your expertise as an accountant or economist, whichever the case applies. Would you expect it to put this in writing that this particular policy is not applicable or may not be in the best interest, and so you want to deviate? Have you had cause to do that?
As I said before,
And have you had cause to do that? It's a direct question that you have to answer. Then you can explain to us. Have you had cause? Have you had reason to write to seeking to deviate from a particular accounted principle?
yeah, these things here. That's what I'm saying. I said if I have to write for it to be amended, it does not necessarily mean that we should have a single account.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I am asking you a question. You haven't answered that yet.
Yeah.
Where, as an expert, you want to deviate from a particular accounting principle. Have you ever had cause to write and seek and explain your policies as to why you want to deviate?
No, I didn't. I never.
You've never had a cause to that. All right. So we've talked about financial statements that you are to bring once you are done from testifying today. So the accounts you've kept, there were no new accounts that were opened in the 1 year you served as Director of Finance.
The accounts that were.
There were no new accounts opened.
No.
So
No, sir. No.
what is the proven procedure when it comes to monies that are to be paid to either suppliers or contractors or thereabout? So how are approvals made?
Well, we with the few operational accounts we have, probably 2 or 3.
Yes.
We assess how much we have in the accounts.
Yes.
And we pay any account that's having sufficient amount. Check on that account.
Now, for instance, when it comes to paying a contractor, for instance, what procedure is followed?
Yeah, we pay them by check or by transfer.
Who signs?
Yeah, the CEO and myself.
Who decides? Who has the ultimate decision?
Who has
the ultimate decision to decide whether payment is approved or not? The approval authority.
Well, CEO is the chief accounting officer.
Okay.
And
is there any limit?
Huh?
Is there any limit? Any ceiling that, for instance, up to this amount the CEO approves, up to a certain amount the mayor approves? Do you have that in council when you were the Director of Finance in 2020?
Well, when I was there, because the mayor was very concerned about certain things.
Yes.
To make sure everything is in order.
Yes.
So amounts that are above 100,000.
Yes.
He wants me to show it to him first.
To show the invoice.
Yes, I do show him the invoice. Yeah, 100,000, above 100,000.
So the mayor is aware of all payments for amounts above
At that time.
100,000.
Yeah, I show him amounts over 100,000.
Over $100,000. Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, I think the documents you have been asked to bring, I mean, it includes your appointment letter as well and your confirmation letter. You have the list.
Yes, yes, I got it. Yeah.
Please compare the list with the registrar, and then when we write to you to come back and testify, we'll want you to bring
Okay.
those documents as well.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Any questions for this witness? Oh, wait a minute, Honorable Chairperson, I beg your pardon. I forgot to ask the witness about the budget for 2020, 2021.
Do
The budget for 2020, 2021.
you want that one too?
Yes, yes, please. Please.
Now, Dr. Keita, who was the Director of Finance
Yeah.
in 2022?
No. 20 was on suspension 2022.
Yes, who was acting in your stead?
My deputy, Serif Njai,
Serif Njai was acting for
was
the whole of 2022
22, yeah.
and and 2023.
The part of 2021, 2022, and part of 2023.
23. When did you resume back as Director of Finance?
October 2023.
October 2023. Okay. Thank you.
As well, your suspension letter?
Huh?
This was suspension letter.
I have it.
Yes.
Suspension.
And the letter you were given when you were recalled as well?
Okay.
By the way, who suspended you?
Well, it's the council.
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 And for how long were you suspended?
It was, I think, it's July 2021, and I resumed 20 October 2023.
2023. And why was it? Were you paid in full, or you paid half, or
Yeah, I was paid. The full salary
full
because
throughout?
yeah, I think the council had a disagreement with the ministry
Yes.
because of the way they suspended us.
Yes.
You know, it wasn't. It should have gone through the certain channels.
Yes.
Which they didn't follow,
All right.
and so they were told to pay us in full salary.
Please make available those documents, and when you come back, we'll discuss this issue as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No.
Was your your recall from your suspension,
Yeah.
was it conveyed? Yes, was it conveyed
Yeah.
via letter?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. The letter was there. Yes. The
All right.
Local Government Service Commission.
Commission.
Yes.
Okay. So please provide that.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. Keita.
Ah.
We will recall you to discuss in detail
Okay.
the financial activities of the council. We will give you notice as and when we require you to come back to give a detailed account
Okay.
of the financial transactions.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you
Do
so much for coming.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You are discharged.
Yeah.
Council, is there any witness?
Yes, there is.
Please register, call the next witness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Welcome to this Commission of the Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, what is your religion? Muslim. In which language do you wish to make your testimony? English, sir. Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? By the Holy Quran. Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me? I, Abdoulie Janneh, do swear that I'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Janneh.
Good afternoon.
You are welcome. Council, can we please proceed?
Please, tell the commission your name.
My name is Abdoulie Janneh.
And what is your address?
All you know.
$19.99.
Yes.
You gave a statement to the investigators.
Yes, sir.
This is the 4th of May 2023, correct?
Yes, sir.
What is your educational background?
My educational background, I went to Latakula Primary School, Latakula Secondary and Technical. I went to GTTI to do stores and purchasing and management. That's in 2000. I went to do the ICM external examination in 2002. Having completed my studies at GTI, I proceed to Management Development Institute, where I study purchasing and management and start to the sixth external examination in 2008. That's my background, educational background.
Right. Thank you very much. We will ask that you be given a statement that bears your name and your signature. Um, it has 2 pages.
Yes, sir.
Please go through the statement.
Yes, I go through it.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness, Abdoulie Janneh. Date is 4th of May 2023, into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement of Mr. Abdoulie Janneh dated the 4th of May 2023 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit and marked as LDC/AG/KMC/001.
As the commission places. Now, do you have your appointment letter?
Yes, sir.
Were you confirmed?
Yes.
Can I please see your appointment letter and your confirmation letter?
Offer of appointment letter as a storekeeper in 4th of April 1999.
All right.
Redeployment and promotion as a procurement officer in 4th of August 2003.
Right.
Promotion to procurement manager in 1st of January 2009.
Yes.
So,
We apply to tender the offer of appointment to one Abdoulie Janneh, the witness. The date is 23rd of March 1999. Signed by Ibrahim D. Jobate for municipal clerk. The redeployment and promotion letter to procurement officer to Abdoulie Janneh, 5th August 2023, and promotion letter addressed to Mr. Abdoulie Bada Janneh. So you are Abdoulie Bada Janneh.
Yes. Bala is the nickname.
So you have your nickname in your official?
No, sir.
That's official.
Well, my documents, Abdullah Janneh.
Yes, this one has Abdoulie Bada Janneh, 24th March 2009. Signed by one Dua O Jata for the CEO. To procurement manager of the council. All into evidence as an exhibit.
The following documents are admitted as follows. The offer of appointment dated the 23rd of March 1999 with reference KMC/ADM/staff addressed to Mr. Abdoulie Janneh. The letter is signed by Ibrahim D. Jobate for municipal clerk and is copied to the chairman KMC, treasurer, deputy municipal engineer, and acting systems manager. The second letter is dated the 5th of August 2003 with reference KMC/ADM/055 addressed to Mr. Abdoulie Janneh, storekeeper, works and services, with the caption redeployment and promotion. The letter is signed by Ibrahim D. Jobate, Director of Administration, is copied to the Lord Mayor, KMC, Director of Finance, Market Manager, IT Manager. The third letter is dated the 24th of March 2009 with reference KMC/ADM/055 addressed to Mr. Abdoulie Bada Janneh, Procurement Manager, Administration, with the caption promotion. The letter is signed by Dua Ojata for Chief Executive Officer and is copied to the Mayor, Director of Finance, IT, and Internal Audit. These three documents are admitted in evidence as an exhibit together and marked as LGC/AJ/KMC/002.
As the commission process. Now, Mr. Janneh, as the procurement manager, you are the most senior in the procurement department.
Yes.
Is there a vacancy in your department?
Huh?
Is there a vacancy in your department?
No, I have 4 staffs in the department, in the unit.
You have 4 staff, which you're the head.
Yes, I'm the manager.
Okay, so I'm asking, but you don't have anyone or any title or any vacancy as like I said, that director of procurement. You don't have that.
No, we don't have that.
So what is the structure of your office?
I'm the procurement manager as
Yes.
the unit head, and we
Okay.
have two procurement officers.
Their
and
names?
Two procurement. The senior procurement officer is Sarata Jaite,
All right.
and the other procurement officer is Yakuba Njai. And we have two procurement assistants, Jara Bajo and Mariama Jalo.
Maria Majalo.
Yes, sir.
And what does your office do?
We obviously we acquisition of goods, services, and works.
How do you administer goods, services, and works?
Then we first get the request from the CEO office. And if it is for RFQ or single source, we'll advise them and tell CEO that it's going to be request for quotation or single source or open tender or restricted tender. If it is consultancy job also, we'll advise him.
So based on what needs to be procured, your role as well it will be to advise the administration regarding what is the best method to follow.
Yes, and the contract committee also, because I'm part of the contract committee. I'm the secretary to the contract.
You are also the secretary of the contracts committee as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and so by advising, is this done in writing or is it verbal?
No, it's done by verbal, not writing.
Verbal, not writing. Why is that?
If it is like the requests come, the requests come frequently. If the requests come, if we see it, we'll go and invite for quotation. We'll fill the form of 101. The officers will go and look for 3 quotations which are registered with GBP.
Yes.
And if it is less than 500,000, that's the approval of the CEO. 500,000 to 20,500. That's the request for quotation. 20,000 to $0. That's single source.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the officers when they when you say they go out to request for quotation, what is the process? What do they do? Do they go out physically and go to these shops or suppliers and request for quotation from them, or do they send out?
We send out the form 101. They go along with the form 101. And that form 101 will fill what items we need. We send it to the 3 quotations, the 3 suppliers.
How would you identify the suppliers?
We have a suppliers list.
That was suppliers list.
Yes.
Okay. And
all the suppliers are registered with Gambia Public Procurement.
Can you provide us with the supplier just list you have from 2018?
No, I was not there in 2018. I was the procurement manager since April 2018.
2018.
They redeployed me to the stores as a store manager.
In 2018, you were appointed procurement manager?
No, I was the procurement manager since 2009 to April 2018.
Yes.
When
may I please have the promotion letters from the witness? Go ahead with your evidence.
When the new council come, they employed me as a stores manager.
When was that?
That was April 2018.
Yes. And then you were there for how long?
And they bring me back as 2nd November 2020.
2020.
As a procurement, redeployment as a procurement manager with effect from 2nd November 2020.
So in 2003, you were a procurement officer?
Yes, sir.
Correct? And 2009, you were a procurement manager?
Yes, sir.
And you served in that position until 2018?
April 2018.
And then you were redeployed back to?
When the interim committee come in 2018, they redeployed me to the stores as a stores manager.
It appears you have that letter with you.
Yes, I have.
May I please have that? Can you bring us a more legible redeployment letter? This one I can.
Yes, I was checking the original, but still I got study. But I will try and bring.
Yes, maybe if you go back to the area council.
Yeah, even I go to the HR, but still I got the same like this one. But the original they give me, I'm checking my bag when I saw it.
Yes, so we applied to tender a redeployment as procurement manager, letter dated the 30th of October 2020, addressed to Abdoulie B. Janneh. Abdoulie Bada Janneh, your
Yes,
nickname. You're the only one who has a nickname in your official documents. He deployed as procurement manager, signed by Dembo Ja for the chief executive officer into evidence as an exhibit.
A redeployment letter dated the 30th of October 2020 as procurement manager for the witness, Mr. Abdoulie B. Janneh. The letter is signed by Dembo Ja for Chief Executive Officer and is copied to the Lord Mayor, Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, IT Manager, Establishment and Appointment Committee. The letter is admitted as an exhibit in evidence and is marked as LGC/AJ/KMC/003.
As commission places. Now, these three quotations, we've asked that you provide us with the list of the suppliers
suppliers.
from 2020. Since that was the period you were redeployed, correct?
Now, when I came in November 2020, I was not having supply. I started having suppliers in January 2021.
All right. Just give us what you have. Market surveys. Were you conducting market surveys?
Yes, we do market surveys, sir.
How often?
Yes, we set the market prices. And if you bring us invoices, we check that these prices, or we'll call the other suppliers and ask them the correct prices.
But you don't have that documented with respect to the market surveys you conduct yearly. Do you conduct them yearly?
Yes, we corrected that.
Do you have records of that?
I think we have the document. Check it.
When you say I think, it appears as if you don't have that. It appears as if you do it informally. And you're saying
Yes, we used to do it informally.
Just tell the commission it's done informally. You don't have market surveys recorded. It's much more easier because your answer, I can tell you don't do market surveys.
What we do market survey through research.
And when you say research, it's getting more complicated, and you have to have it documented.
No,
Do you have them documented?
No, we don't document.
So from 2021 all the way to 2023, you don't have any documentation related to market surveys.
We don't have, sir.
So would that not be counterproductive if let's assuming your officers go into the field and comes back with three quotations? How would you know that is the actual price in the market when there are no surveys conducted?
But like the experience I have, I call the suppliers and I know that this price is the correct price or this not is the correct price.
But
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. You will know that.
Yes.
But
you know my officers
my
officers when they come with the three quotations before they write any document, the requisition forms or the LPOs or the form 004, I will check it. And when they do all those documents, before we do anything, we take it to the user department, like the budget officer, the CEO. All these things is documented.
But they have no idea about procurement. They don't know nothing about market surveys. They have no idea.
They have idea about procurement. They are studying procurement at GPPI, Gambia Public Procurement Institute.
I'm not talking about your unit. I'm talking about the user departments, For instance, if the chief driver asks requests for something or somebody else in another department, they have no idea what procurement rules you follow. You're the expert.
Yes, that's true. But the requisition, yeah,
So what you give them is what they have.
the request department, they will only stop in the requisition until we bring the form.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
All they care about is what they want
Yes, sir.
for all the departments.
But what they want, they will put the specification there.
They don't really exactly, but they don't care about the price. If they want laptop, they want laptop.
That's true.
They don't really care about the price.
That's true.
They want you to give them the laptop. We all know how the offices work. If I want a laptop, I don't really bother much about how much you purchase it from. It's not my concern, perhaps.
You know,
So
procurement is a process,
I agree.
and they are part of it.
I agree. Just at the level of requisition, correct? Just at the level of requesting for what they want. That's what part they play. That's the part they play. Not they're discussing the price or conducting surveys, making sure there is value for money. They are not mandated.
Yes, sir.
You are mandated together with the contracts committee.
Yes.
Will that be correct?
That's correct.
So if you don't collect market surveys and have them documented, you would not, or you probably may fall short on having value for money.
That's true, sir.
Do you understand that?
I understand.
Yes. And so the other issue is you are to give a monthly or file a monthly report on the status of the procurement by using the procurement forms. Do you do that? Do you file this monthly report?
Yes, we file it
regularly?
Regularly, sir.
Since 2021?
Since 2021.
We will need you to provide us with that. Annual reports?
What do you mean annual?
The procurement regulation page 56 requires that each procurement organization shall file an annual report of single source procurement.
Yes, we do it.
Every year.
Yes, since I came in 2021.
So again, can we have those records since you came?
This was submitted to the inspection investigate unit when I came here in May last year.
Very well. So whatever is submitted, investigation unit, we will want you to run that through the register. You can identify the documents that you are looking for, and we can have them. Do you follow? Now, in relation to the compliance reviews that are being conducted, the exercise by GPA, are you familiar with it?
Yes, sir.
Is it done every year by GPA?
Yes, they've done it every year, but since 2021, they don't come for any compliance auditing.
Since 2021, there were no compliance reviews since 2021. Do you know why?
I don't know.
You don't know why?
I don't know.
Right.
But we send them monthly report.
You send them
every month. Before on the 15th of every month, we send them monthly report.
But you know, but you have no idea why they do not.
No, sir.
Come back since 2021.
No. Okay.
And apart from that, what is the relationship between the finance and your office in relation to procurement? Are all items, goods, or services procured, do they pass through the procurement? Do they pass through the procurement unit?
The one pass through us. It's been documented with our forms, with our GPPA and our FME forms.
The ones that pass through you?
Yes, it's all documented with our GPPA and our FME forms.
But that is where it stopped. There are some that may not pass through your office.
I don't know, because I don't interfere with this finance thing. We only send them for payment. It's where we stop.
What is the composition of the contracts committee? You have been there since 2020.
Yes, I started with the contract committee as secretary to the contract committee in 2020. 2020. Yes.
And you keep the minutes?
Yes, I keep the minutes.
Please, you'll be asked to identify the files that for Council Municipal Council.
Yes.
And you can do that with the register as well.
Okay.
And we'll ask that you have a cover note to tell us specifically the files that are maintained and what they contain in relation to the contracts committee committee exercise.
Okay, sir.
Can you please do that? Well, can you please do that?
Yes.
Right. That's all for this witness for now. No, Chairperson.
Mr. Janneh.
Yes, sir.
Did you have You have said, let me put it that way, you have said you studied purchasing and stores management
Yes, sir.
in your witness statement,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Now, in these models, were there any procurement models?
Yes, I do procurement at MDIs, the sixth one, Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supplies.
You said?
It's only, I do purchasing, that's only purchasing. At GTTI, I do stores, purchasing and stores management.
Yes.
Yes, but at MDI, I do only purchasing. That's the sixth course.
Okay.
Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply.
That is what?
Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply. SIPS.
Okay.
Yes.
So it entails all the procurement models.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, madam.
And you've been asked about the procurement of goods and services for the council.
Yes.
Are you aware that other transactions are made at the council without going through the procurement department? Are you aware of any situation during this period that you serve as procurement manager?
I'm not aware. I'm only aware which the request passed through my office.
Yes.
It's only that what I'm aware.
Oh, thank you. So we will call you back, Mr. Janneh,
Okay.
to deal with all those procurement activities that we have receipt of in file.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, sir.
And we will give you notice as to when to appear.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are discharged.
Okay.
Council?
Convenient point to stop.
All right.
But if you have another
We
witness.
will break for lunch and we'll come back after the break. We may rise.